Hello dear students, myself Madhu NS, working as a lecturer in Government Polytechnic Harapnelli. This video is recorded as a part of Learning Management System of the Department of Collegiate and Technical Education, Government of Karnataka. This is the session 43 of the Water Resource Engineering subject for the 5th semester civil students. In these sessions, it covers the Unit 5 of the diversion networks. The course outcomes of these sessions are divide wall and approach channel. In the previous session 42, you learned about the sketches and description of barrage, body wall of the weir. In this session, we are going to study in detail about the divide wall and also approach channel. After these sessions, the learner will be able to know about the divide wall, and the learner will able to know about the functions of divide wall and also about the cross section of divide wall. After knowing the divide wall details, we will knowing the approach channels, their functions and all. Now let's move on to the divide wall. What is a divide wall? Why it is required? What is its functions? Now we can study in detail here. The divide wall is a long masonry or a concrete wall constructed at right angles to the axis of the weir or a barrage. It is supported on well foundations, and the well should be carried below the deepest possible cover. This divide wall separates the main weir from the under sluice. On the upstream side, the divide wall is extended just to cover the canal head regulator. On the downstream side, it extended up to the end of either impervious floor or the launching apron of the weir. Now let's see the typical layout of diversion headwork. As we know that the diversion headworks are the structure constructed across the river to divert the water for the off-taking canals. These definitions we already know. Look at this diversion network. This is the direction where the river is flowing. In a straight path, we are going to construct a wall, barrier, that is called a weir across this river. If you construct this barrier, it won't fulfill our demand. That means to divert the water to the off-taking canals. There are so many problems. So in order to overcome that, we need some other components along with this weir. Those components are divide wall, canal head regulators and approach channels, under sluices and so on so. And look at this is a guide bank, this is a marginal bund, and this is a canal head regulator, and this is off-taking canal. Here these are the under sluices. There is a tunnel like structures below the canal head regulators. These are operated with a sluice gate. If this is a barrage, the barrage is provided with a gates. If this is a weir, there is no gate at all. Okay. So in between this weir and under sluices, a long wall is constructed, and this wall is perpendicular to the weir. So this wall we call as a divide wall. In one phase of the divide wall, it is serves the functions it supports for the fish ladder. In another side, towards the canal head regulator. Usually, the divide wall is a solid masonry or a concrete wall. The top width of this divide wall may be around 1.5 to 2.5 meter. Okay. And this divide wall is extended from the axis to the face of the canal head regulator in the upstream side. In the downstream side, it extended up to the launching apron of the weir. Okay, let's move on to the another picture. Look at this picture. This divide wall is a straight wall, and this is nearer the canal head regulators. You can see the divide wall here. This wall is also called as grillons, and these are the scouring sluices to remove the silt deposited in the still pocket, and this is a canal head regulator. Now let us study about the functions of divide wall. So what are the functions? Now let's study one by one. It separates the floor of the scouring sluices from that of the weir proper, which is at a higher level. So this divide wall, what it will do? It will separate the floor of scouring sluice. The scouring sluice towards the canal head regulator from the weir proper, that is at a higher level. Another functions of the divide wall is it serves as one side of the fish ladder. Another function is to form a still water pocket. The still water pocket is nothing but an approach channel in front of the canal head, so that the suspended silt can settle down, which then later be cleaned through the scouring sluices from time to time. So our aim is to prevent the flowing of silt into the canal. That's why we constructed a silt excluders that is operated with the scouring sluices. In order to settle those silts, we have to create still water pocket. For that purpose, we need a divide wall. Another function is it controls the eddy currents or cross current in front of the canal head. And this divide wall, it provides a straight approach in front of the canal head. This divide wall also serves another functions. It resists the overturning effect on the weir or barrage that is caused by the pressure of impounding water in the upstream side of the diversion headwork. Let's see the cross section of the divide wall. This is a divide wall behind the puka floor, and this is a divide wall on the puka floor. So this is a divide wall. It's a solid structure with a masonry or concrete, at the top provided with a coping slab. The width of the coping slab may be around 1.5 to 2.5 meter. And this depth of this divide wall, it depends upon the location, the height of water depth storaging in the upstream side. The bottom of this divide wall with a concrete floor that was supported by a well foundation. You can see the well foundation here. There is a bottom plug made with a concrete and the side wall, that is a well steining. That gap is filled with a sand fill. Above that there is a top concrete plug. Above that there is a concrete block. On both the side of this divide wall, provided with a inverted filter like stone materials and also concrete blocks. And this is the cross section of a divide wall on a pucca floor. On the pucca floor, no need of well foundation. Here the divide wall directly rested on the concrete floor. It acts as a foundation for the divide wall, and also the side of this divide wall provided with a brick pitching. This is one typical layout, the typical cross section of divide wall. Please see here, this is one a diversion headwork structure picture. These are the barrages, the provided with the crust gates, and you can also see the roadway. This is a divide wall, and this is on the upstream side. See, this is the upstream side and this is the downstream side. This is another cross drainage structure. Here instead of weir they constructed a barrage. This is a canal head regulator. These are all the under sluice gates. Here this is the divide wall provided nearer to the canal head regulators. Now we can move on to the next concept, that is approach channel. It is also called as a still pocket created in front of head regulator. And this still pocket is closed from three sides. The head regulator is on one side, weir or barrage on the other side, and divide wall on the third side. While studying the divide wall, you saw the divide wall and also the canal head regulator. That approach channels is surrounded by the three sides and only one side is open. The three sides are head regulator, weir or a barrage, and also the divide wall. In this approach channel, the velocity of water is destroyed in the pocket. The silt in the water settles in the pocket. Because of destroying the velocity of flow in the pocket approach channel, it creates a room for the silt to settle down and in the silt excluder that can be removed with under sluice. Look at this. This is a weir. This is an under sluice sections. Below, this is a floor of under sluice. There is a tunnel-like structures. This is the divide wall perpendicular to the weir, and this is a river bank, and this portion we call as approach channel or still water pocket. And this is a canal, off-taking canal. So these are all some of the sluice gates, and this is a picture of canal head regulator. Now we can study some of the few diversion headworks as a part of case study. I have taken the Kaveri River basin to study about the diversion headworks along with the canal head regulators. So this is a Kaveri river. The location is Chikkadevaraya Canal, that is Chikkadevaraya cross drainage work. As per the record, this was built 300 years ago by the king of Mysore, Chikkadevaraya. And this place is near Edmuri. This is downstream of the KRS dam, nearer to the KRS dam. It is in the downstream phase. You see here, the constructed in the year 1673, and the length of the canal from this diversion network is around 104 km, and the length of this diversion network is around 520 meter. So this is a picture of the Chikkadevaraya cross drainage work. This is canal head regulator, and this is a weir structure. Observe this, this is completely a solid masonry structure. Another diversion network in the Kaveri river basin, that is the Ramaswamy canal, that is the Ramaswamy diversion headworks, and this location is Adevpura, Srirangpatna Taluk, Mandya district, and is very nearer to the Srirangpatna. This is the diversion headworks. This is the picture of the diversion network. This is the approaching channel, and this is the divide wall. Okay. The excess water above the full supply level is flowing back to the river. That's why they made arrangement like this. This is another cross drainage structures. So this is another diversion network structure. This is a weir, you might have seen in so many movies, and this is an approaching channel, and the location is Balmuri near Srirangpatna, Mandya district. Another diversion headworks in the Kaveri river basin. It is located near Talakadu, Tinarsipura Taluk, Mysore district. The location is Madhava Mantri canal, that is Madhava Mantri diversion headworks. The history is very so important for this. This Madhava Mantri diversion headworks was built in 900 years ago by the minister in the Vijayanagara Emperor, Madhava Mantri. That's why his name is put here. Here there is a left bank canal and also right bank canal, and this is an approaching channel. See that it was constructed, built in the year 1140. The length of the canal is around 29 km. Another diversion headworks in the Kabini river. It is a tributary of Kaveri. This is also one of the old diversion headworks. It is near the village Hullalli, Nanjangud Taluk, Mysore district. Here also there is a left bank canal and also a right bank canal. This is a weir. Okay. So these are all some of the case studies regarding to the diversion headworks in Kaveri river basins. Now students, we can move on to the multiple choice question concept. Please answer for this question. The first question is, in a barrage project, a divide wall is provided. Let's see the option. This divide wall, it separates the lower crust of undersluice side from the higher crust of weir slide. Next, see the option 2. It separates the higher crust under Suez side from the lower crust weir side. The third option is it keeps the cross currents away from the barrage body. Another option, it serves none of the above purpose. Dear students, please answer for this. Okay, let's see the answer. Option A, it separates the lower crust under Suez slide from the higher crust weir side. Okay, let's move to the next question. If two canals are taken off from both the flanks of a river at the site of diversion headworks, then the number of divide walls will be. So here the case is the two off-taking canal from a diversion headworks. So in that case, how many divide walls are required? See the option: A 3 numbers, B 2 numbers, C 1, D 4. Okay, let's see the answer. The solution is B, that is 2 numbers. Okay, let's move on to the third questions. In a diversion headworks project, the divide wall is usually aligned. Okay, let's see the options. Parallel to the barrage axis, perpendicular to the canal regulator, perpendicular to the weir axis, none of the above. Dear students, try to answer for this. So this divide wall is usually aligned to which one? Okay, let's see the option. Answer C. This divide wall is usually aligned perpendicular to the weir. Okay students, let's move on to the next question. Divide wall is provided on the side of. Okay, see the option. Number 1, fish ladder. Number 2, diaphragm wall. Number 3, core wall. Number 4, wing wall. Okay, let's see the answer for this. The answer is fish ladder. Okay, let's move to the last question of this session, the fifth one. To form a still water pocket in front of the canal head, a dash is constructed. To form a still water pocket. Okay, let's see the options. A, weir, fish ladder, divide wall, approach channel. Okay, in which front a approach channel is constructed? Okay, the answer is C, that is divide wall. Okay students, with this, in these sessions you learned about the divide wall, the cross section of divide wall, the functions of divide wall, locations of divide wall, and also the approach channels, the function of approach channels, and also some of the case studies, that is where cross drainage work, that is diversion headworks locations in our Karnataka states. I hope that you enjoyed the sessions and you gained more useful informations. Okay, with this I am going to ending my sessions. Thank you all.